Good morning, welcome back to Breakfast Television. We're just 2 days away from the historic opening of the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. And here with a look ahead to what you can expect and a look back on what it took to get here is the President and CEO, Stuart Murray. Mr. Murray, let's start with what it took to get to this point. Once you get the shovels in the ground and the building starts getting built, what kind of challenges were presented to you and your team after that?
Well, you know, the first thing we had to do was go across Canada, and it was actually a historic process, never been done before. We went across Canada, and we had a public engagement where we talked to or listened to about 4,500 Canadians to say, what stories are important to you from human rights? What stories of your community would they like to hear?
Yep.
And so we put all that together. In the meantime, of course, we have this construction program going under where we're dealing with the elements of the weather of Winnipeg from time to time. In the winter, sometimes she's a little cold. So, you know, you've got a construction piece going, you've got the content, the public engagement piece, and then always the fundraising side, which Friends of the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, I understand Gail was on yesterday.
Yes.
You know, just an amazing, amazing person, a great group of people. So, you know, you take those elements together and you mix them, and what you get is just an amazing project. And as I say, the great promise of the Canadian Museum for Human Rights is it's going to inspire the next generation of human rights defenders.
That's going to be a big part of it, that inspiration and that realization that change can happen and that it's been done in the past. What are we actually going to see? There's lots of talk now about what will be available to the public when it does open. What are we going to see this weekend?
So, you know, this weekend was always designed, Saturday and Sunday was designed as a sneak peek, because a lot of people have not had a chance to look in the museum, look at some of the exhibits. So we're going to take people free. We're going to take people through 4 exhibits as they come into the museum, to give them a sense of what the exhibits look like, to give them a feel for it. There will be still some work going on for sure, but this is a sneak peek. There's no other way we could have got 9,000 people through the museum if we'd done it any other way. So it was designed to get the first 4 galleries, give them a look at it, take them out and give them a sense of, then we invite them back, and we know people are excited, and it's going to be a great visitor experience.
Without giving too much away, because again, we're just talking sneak peeks, what are your favorite moments inside? You
know, it's a great question. I'm not sure that I found them yet because there's so many. And I will tell you that the architect, Antoine Predock, was really a genius. And the way the sun rises and sets in the building and some of the moments that you see in some of the exhibits, it was really, it's an emotional experience. It's a very positive, it's an inspiring experience, and one that I can't wait to open to the public and let them get in and see and celebrate with them.
Let's talk about them. What do you want them to say? What do you want them to feel and think when they leave? When they walk out those doors, how do you want them to look back on their experience?
Well, you know, the interesting thing about it is the cause of human rights requires no special training, no skills, no formal process. I think that it's inside every one of us. The agent of change is inside of us, and that is understanding, courage, respect, and having an open mind. And if people will come to the human rights journey with that, I believe that they will leave inspired. And our goal is to make sure that people move from being bystanders to taking action, to sort of standing up, making somebody's life better, making this a better civil society.
It's interesting. There's a small word, but we were using the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, not of or about or looking back on. It's the moving forward.
Well, and it is, and it's about advocating for something, and we advocate for education, because I've quoted loosely, but Nelson Mandela, who said the most powerful tool to change the world is education, and we're going to use human rights education to do just that.
Well, it's going to be a fantastic time,
and
we thank you for all your hard work. We know you can't stay long because there's still more hard work to come. It's all going to kick off Friday, which you'll be able to watch right here on City, and then the big concert going, Rights Fest going on the 20th Saturday and the Sunday, and you'll find it again right here on your favorite Rogers station. Going to take a break. There's plenty still to come on BT.